This rabbit's not afraid of anything. She just wants to snuggle with the chickens, but because she doesn't demonstrate any fear, the chickens are afraid of her due to that confidence. It's like the rabbit on Monty Python. The chickens are gonna hide in the pen. This is the first time the chickens and the rabbit have ever been together. Should have put them together when the chicks were young, but I didn't think about it. She just wants to be warm. She just wants to hang out with them. They're just terrified of her. I have a dog that's a Weimaraner that's absolutely terrified of the rabbit. The rabbit just wants to cuddle with the dog. That rabbit has no fear in it whatsoever. People, animals, whatever. It makes her really docile and friendly, but other animals are just terrified of that confidence that she has. But she's never been teased. The rabbit's never been, you know, taunted or harassed. She's just been treated with love, so she just doesn't have any fear. I think a little of it has to do with her genetics and her lineage too. What do you think, Clucky? Oh, that's Ellie. That's Maria and Clucky in there. The rabbit's name is Zsa Zsa, like Zsa Zsa Gabor. It's a French mini lop. She likes being out and free. Those chickens aren't so sure about her. So she doesn't care. She's not trying to harass the chickens. She's just doing her own thing. It's funny, in society we have people that do their own thing, or they're a little different. Not necessarily attention whores, but people that are just doing their own thing. And society reacts to that in a way that's fearful. People say they're a freak, or they're otherwise socially unacceptable because their behavior's different. Sometimes different's bad. If somebody has some kind of leprosy, that's a difference that you don't want to separate yourself from. But it isn't always necessarily bad. Rabbit just wants to be warm and cuddle with the chickens. The chickens would get a little warmth off the rabbit. But I don't know, there's instincts that are in us that are supposed to be there that wind up being a good thing, because you don't want your chickens to not be afraid of a fox or not be afraid of some other animals in the mammal family. But this little herbivore rabbit is not a threat to them. But they don't know that. The chickens are ignorant. And the rabbit's ignorant. And they're different. So they're scared. Wonder how long this would play out before the chickens just weren't afraid anymore. You see that little close encounter? And the end result was they were both fine. So how many of those does it take to make them calm? What are your thoughts?
It's funny.
Is it what you expected?
Yeah, pretty much.
I thought the chickens would gang up and peck at the rabbit and we'd have to save the rabbit. You know, if they're genuinely afraid, and oftentimes the typical reaction to fear is to respond in violence or defense, or, you know, up the ante and create some fear in the other party.
You have the brains of a chicken.
Yeah, that's true, you got the brains of a chicken, but it's fight or flight, right? So they chose flight. I've seen chickens fight. We don't have any roosters in the bunch, that's the thing. There's a lack of testosterone here. She can't figure out to go down the ladder because she's just focusing on the visual line of sight to where her friends are. She feels trapped and alone. Her gregarious part of her brain's freaking out. This is like Nature Channel, but with the influence of man screwing up nature. domesticated, retarded kind of a situation. They're becoming unretarded with experience. They've been so sheltered. But they don't have any examples of non-sheltered animals. This chicken coop, the top teepee part, where you see it has some of the semi-transparent material for a greenhouse, it used to all just be chicken wire, and it was just sitting on the ground. The triangle shape was. I built the lower portion so that it would have a snow shelter for the food and water in an area where the chickens can stretch out and flap their wings and stuff. I built it this way so that it's kind of like a greenhouse. This part you see here will be enclosed with some insulating styrofoam. I might insulate the back, but that's facing south, so that the south facing sun, you know, like the sun will hit it and warm it up like a greenhouse to keep them warm in the winter. We have another encounter. So now we got these bins. This bin of food is hanging from a chain from the structure that I built. It's basically like a table that I set this one on top of. This one was open on the bottom to the ground. And this way, you can still open this end part. You can see the latch mechanism here. You can open this and scoop all the poop and the sawdust shavings to the hole where the ramp is, so it's easy to clean. And then this part opens up for cleaning out that, and then there's a nesting box, and there's a small access on this side that you can get the eggs out. I had to really panic the chicken. I don't want to stress her out. When they get stressed, they don't lay very well for the next few days. Well, all of them probably aren't going to lay very well tomorrow. So they've all been under stress. So all their energy goes to running and flapping and not to eggs. But we've got so many eggs. We have a serious abundance now. Usually get 3 to 5 eggs a day out of the group. That noise, it reminds me of some TV reporter saying that the sky is falling, the sky is falling. Lock your doors, don't eat your food, your water, you know, just freaking everybody out. Boy, just more of the same. Pretty interesting. This is after about 30-45 minutes. Rabbits aren't terrified of it. Chickens aren't terrified of the rabbit anymore. They're starting to warm up to her a little bit. Experience.